Hey guys, Chef Wukan here. How are you today? Today we're going to go to Thailand. And in Thailand, we're going to use Thai basil. This is a new ingredient basically. You'll get this with pho in Vietnam. But Thai basil all over Southeast Asia is a very popular ingredient. It's a nice herb. It's better than regular basil here, the typical Italian basil, in that it has a little licorice taste to it and a little spice to it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you each component of what makes up the Thai basil shrimp dish. Okay, well, we have Thai basil. This is homegrown. The plant was bought at Home Depot, so you can buy little pots of it. Obviously in the summertime next year if you can, or if you go to an Asian market, they will have Thai basil for you. Give it a shot. It's very aromatic. You'll really appreciate it for those that like the aroma of nice fresh herbs. Now I say with all this inflation and everything else, I want to make this video so easy for you that you'll save money. I mean, I just went to a takeout restaurant and I was looking at the menu and Mongolian beef, $18. Kung Pao chicken, $18. For me, I can tell you I can make it in half the cost and I can feed a family of 8, okay? So you got the Thai basil. Now the shrimp. I'll tell you about shrimp. Shrimp is sold by the number. The higher the number, the smaller the shrimp. The lower the number, the bigger the shrimp. Keep that in mind. For our family, I say size 16, 20. Basically, that says there are about 16 to 20 shrimp in 1 pound, right? I bought the package, frozen, it's deveined, all you have to do is deshell. Now, the rule with shrimp with me is peel it, devein it, do what you gotta do, but parboil it 85% done. You say, Chef Wu, why 85%? Well, because you still have to make the sauce and then you have to add the shrimp to the sauce. So there's gonna be additional cooking. So if you cook the shrimp at 100%, it's already cooked, and then you gotta throw the shrimp back into the sauce, that's gonna be overcooked. And then you're gonna have a bouncy shrimp, all right? You don't want that, right? In this country, in our country, a lot of the restaurants, they overcook the shrimp because they don't have the time to, get it nice and tender. They'd rather overcook it, and they realize that maybe the general public is so used to it that they accept it. But with Chef Wukan, I don't accept it. 85% cook the shrimp. Then after you cook it, dip it in cold water to stop the cooking. So you have a shrimp that's 85% done, and then when you add it to your sauce, that additional 15% will make the shrimp perfect. Rather than cook the shrimp 100%, and then you got to put it in the sauce, and then it's going to be another overdone. Okay, that's a shrimp. Now, you may be seeing a lot of packaged, deshelled garlic. This is elephant garlic. This is a little bit milder. It's bigger, good from a marketing standpoint, so you think you're getting good bang for your buck, but it's all done for you versus the typical garlic clove, okay? So basically this is a little bit more mellow than the typical garlic, all right? It really doesn't make a difference, but for convenience purposes, go with this. And you can store it in the refrigerator, and they have a little packet inside that dries the moisture so it won't go bad, all right? So this is a good idea. As far as the oil is concerned, all right? You order takeout, you're not getting healthy oil, right? They're cooking in the cheapest oil possible. It's all processed. It's bad for you, okay? Use olive oil. Forget about the canola oil, the corn oil, the vegetable oil, the peanut oil. Just forget about it, right? It's all processed. You don't want that. And if you get olive oil that says processed on it, you don't want it, because at Walmart, they had the oil, olive oil. I was ready to buy it. I saw it says olive oil processed. You don't want that. You want pure olive oil, whether it's olive oil or extra virgin olive oil, it doesn't matter. Just make sure it's olive oil, okay? Now, we have to have a base, and the base sauce is oyster sauce, okay? And oyster sauce is using oyster extract, sugar, coloring, and a slurry sauce, and water, and salt, and sugar. And that combination was discovered by one of the biggest sauce manufacturers, Mr. Lee Gum Gay, Lee. In Asia, the last name is first, Gum, K-U-M, and Gay, K-E-E, or L-K-K. If you go to an Asian market, you'll see there's aisles and aisles and aisles of sauces all over the place, okay? I just want to let you know that I've been using Lee Gum Gay for as long as I've been cooking, and that's a quality sauce. So if you can get Lee Gum Gay oyster sauce, Panda brand, that's a high quality sauce, okay? It's very salty, right? And it's always good. You can use that sauce for pepper steak, chicken with broccoli, beef with broccoli, kung pao chicken, broccoli with garlic sauce. That's your base sauce, all right? Along with that, we have Lee Gum Gay dark soy sauce. Now, I don't want you to get a little swayed by the name soy sauce because there's really no taste of a soy sauce in it, but Lee Gum Gay dark soy sauce is strictly used for coloring. It gives it that caramel, beautiful coloring. I don't know if you know that when you cook meat, it's like a grayish brown color. It's kind of like putrid color. But by adding a little bit of Lee Gum Gay dark soy sauce, it will be a nice caramel color. And it makes it look appetizing. Because in Asian cooking, it has to look appetizing, it has to have a great aroma, and it has to be put together real nice. That three combinations makes that dish so delicious and attractive. So, Chef Wu has this special rule. If you're using a salty sauce, you have to balance it with a sweet. So if you're going to use oyster sauce, you might want to balance it with a sweet wine or a little sugar. Salty and sweet, they go hand in hand. Spicy goes hand in hand with sweet, okay? So there's all various types of sweets, but that's usually the combination. Salty with sweet, spicy with sweet. And whether it's Asian food or not, it could be Latin food, European food, Caribbean food, whatever dish you make, the people will love it. Your friends will love it, okay? So, then we have white pepper. Why? Traditionally, we use dark pepper in America. Dark pepper is spicy, and it's a hard spice flavor. White pepper is spicy, but it's a lighter spice flavor, okay? Fish sauce. Predominantly sold and used in Southeast Asia. That's Vietnam, Thailand. And that's similar to soy sauce, but it's more of a pungent, salty flavor. It's basically taking anchovies and letting it ferment and let it break down, and then whatever the sauce is at the bottom is the fish sauce. The different grades. This is one, Three Crabs brand fish sauce. This is a very, very quality fish sauce. Yeah, you'll find other fish sauces. They'll be less cheap. They'll be cheaper, but it may not be very good quality. Okay, so you got to consider whatever you pay is what you get. All right. Now, sugar. In Southeast Asia, they use lots of sugar. Cane sugar. They use lots and lots of sugar. As a matter of fact, in Thailand, for their famous national dish, pad thai, they use so much sugar that we're not used to it, but they're used to it. Now, all of us, have to be a little weary of how much we take in sugar, and so we may use aspartame, NutraSweet, Sweet and Low. Those are all fake, and they're all bad for you, no matter what they say, okay? But I found Splenda monk fruit. It's stevia with monk fruit in it. This is all natural, right? And this will not raise your blood sugar. And this you can find at the bakery section, right? This comes in a container, but they have bags, and now it's running rampant. So now they're filling that whole bakery area with all this type of monk fruit stevia mixture. I mean, it's good, all right? You might have heard other stories about the monk fruit stevia, but you know what? They never really criticized the NutraSweet and the Sweet and Low and all the artificial. So, I mean, it's an argument, but I've used it. I actually put this in with a little lemon juice and water, and I made lemonade, and maybe an hour or two later, my blood sugar never spiked, okay? So I want to let you know that. So we're going to eat it a healthy way. Your family deserves size 16, 20 shrimp, right? If you get a bigger size, you're going to get a small shrimp, and you're not going to get as much flavor, right? But you want a nice bite to it, and you're going to get a nice bite with this, okay? So I want to make this video very easy for you. It's using these basic sauces, and it's very, very easy, and it's quick, all right? And then we have the jasmine rice, which I have here. I cooked it in the rice cooker, all right? And 1 cup of jasmine rice. And why jasmine rice? It's very aromatic. So when it cooks, you'll smell the aroma of jasmine flower, okay? And when it cooks, 1 cup will serve 2 people, 2 to 3 people. 2 cups will serve 4 to 5 people, just to keep that in mind. And always, always wash the rice before you cook it. And like my fans and my subscribers have known, and viewers that have seen, my mom told me wash it six times. Never questioned it. When mom says, you just do it. You wash it 6 times to get as much starch out of the rice grains. It's the starch that makes the rice sticky, right? So you want to get as much out as possible. You're not going to get it all out, but you're going to get most of it out, okay? So just wash it, and then obviously you level the rice after it's washed, and you add the water up to your 1 bend here, about half an inch of water. And then you press the button, and in a half an hour it cooks, then it goes to warm, and you don't have to worry about watching it over the sink, over the stove, and you don't have to worry about it, okay? All right, so let's get going. So we blanched the shrimp, we dunked it in cold water to stop the cooking process. So this is 85% done. All right, we'll set this aside. Now, we want garlic. Garlic is always good in any dish you have, all right? So we'll use 3 cloves of elephant garlic, all right? And if you know Chef who can, we'll always add a piece of ginger. Now, I'm going to tell you that every sauce that I showed you, you'll use numerous times. Okay? It's not one sauce for one dish. It's one sauce for many, many dishes. All right? And you're just adding a little bit of garlic to make a garlic sauce, adding a little sweeter to make it a little sweeter, right? That's all it is. That's all different. They take the base and then they add things to it. All right? So we're going to use a piece of garlic, but you can't buy just one piece in a store. It comes out a whole big root, right? So what happens is you cut the piece you want. It's fresh as anything. Then you put the rest of it in the refrigerator, and then you think you're going to use it again, but it sits in the refrigerator for a week, and then it gets dried up, and then you can't use it anymore, and then you tend to throw it out. We can't do that. We can't waste, all right? So you get a container. And we use Shaoxing wine. But if you don't have Shaoxing wine, basically you can use any white wine. And so basically you'll peel the ginger, right? Chop it up in small pieces like this. Stick it in a container. Add your favorite white wine. And this will stay for a month or 2. So you get good usage out of it. All right? So, the Shaoxing wine. Shaoxing wine is similar to Wisconsin cheese. It came from the province of Shaoxing. They're world renowned for their wine. You could actually drink the Shaoxing wine, right? So any wine that you use in your cooking, whether it's Shaoxing wine or anything else, should be drinkable. The cooking wines that they sell at the store, you don't want. That's the remainder of the wine in the barrel. That's at the bottom. That's bad. So you don't want to use that, right? So the cooking wine in the store you don't want to buy is any wine that you can drink is what you can use, okay? So watch me here as I talk a little bit, and I'll show you. All right, so we have the garlic. So this is Chef Wu's way of smashing the garlic, right? Using a cleaver, that's it, right? Now you might have a garlic press, and you find it's very frustrating because you have to use so much strength to squeeze the damn garlic through those holes, and then you got to clean it. Chef Wu way is smash it, dice it, and you're done. Here's the piece of garlic. I want to smash it to release any flavor, so that when I infuse it with the oil, it will release into the oil. Okay? That's what we want. Garlic and ginger is good for your gastrointestinal, and the more you use it, the better you'll feel. So, you know, you're cooking your own food. Just remember, you deserve the best, okay? Put the chopping board away. Now, there's been an issue with the type of pots and pans. Now, this is a high carbon steel wok. All right? I'll show you. This wok is high carbon steel. That means that when you season it, it's sort of like similar to a cast iron grill. You have to season it, but you don't have to worry about rusting. You don't have to worry about chemicals, because after each usage and after each seasoning session, it will be a natural non-stick surface, okay? The new pots today, when they advertise it on TV, makes it look so simple and beautiful. They put an egg on, it's sliding all over the pan. You know, they're saying it's made of this kind of material, that kind of material, but you don't really know. But I would say that the bottom line is it's still a spray, a non-stick spray. And they've done research on a non-stick spray in the sense that every time you cook, a little bit of that spray wears off and you ingest it and it stays in your body. Why take the risk? It makes it look easy. You're paying big bucks for it. But this one pan, natural non-stick, and if you use a cast iron skillet, you know it's natural. And all you have to do is season it first. You buy the wok, you have to put it on the high flames, right? And then season it with oil, rinse it, season it again on the high heat. And a lot of the companies are telling you how to season your wok. And once you get it done, you won't have to take care of the wok at all, other than after every session, you just rinse it, no detergent, put a little oil in it, and it's done. 1, 2, 3. So eating healthy is very important, all right? They just want to market it. They want to sell these pots and pans like they'll last you for like $300, $400, right? This is like maybe $60, $70, all right? Okay, so with a high carbon steel wok, I can use this at high flame, but obviously I'm using a butane stove. If you're using non-stick, I would use medium heat. You're never ever going to replicate the flavor and the aroma of a takeout restaurant. Why? Because they use that natural gas so high. That flame is so high. I mean, from this table level, the flame comes up to here, and then the wok sits right on top of it. So it is super hot. So you'll really appreciate the aroma. And that aroma is called wok hay. W-O-K and then H-A-Y. All right? That's that beautiful aroma that you get when you walk into the takeout restaurant or your favorite restaurant. All right? So we got all the ingredients. It's very, very easy, right? Now you can add carrots, shredded carrots. You can add broccoli. You can add anything you want. I'm just showing you the basic Thai basil shrimp. All right. I'm just creating a flavor. It's up to you what you want to do with it. Right. So it's smoking a little bit. So we'll add a little bit of the olive oil. Right. And I'll show you. And just watch. Then we'll add the ginger and the garlic. Never ever burn the garlic. Never. Alright? This is how quick it is. Alright? Then we'll add the oyster sauce. We'll add about 2 tablespoons. We'll add about 2 tablespoons of Shaoxing water. Alright? Then we'll add about a teaspoon of fish sauce. And we'll add about a teaspoon of stevia monk fruit. Alright? And we'll saute it. Alright? Let that flavor merge together. Then we have cornstarch. You want to make that with the slurry solution so all that flavor sticks to the shrimp. We'll add dark soy sauce now to develop a little coloring. Just a little bit. You could always add a little bit more later on. But we want to get the nice caramel color. Alright. Now we'll just add the shrimp. Okay. And basically that extra 15 minutes, 15% will basically heat up and warm up the shrimp. Now I add the Thai basil. I love Thai basil. You can add as much as you want. You get to really appreciate the flavor. Now we can add a little bit of water just to give it some gravy, because I gotta tell you, you're gonna love the gravy. Alright? You're really gonna love the gravy. So what do you got here? We have the fish sauce, the salty, with a little bit of the sugar, the stevia monk fruit. We got a little of caramel coloring. We got the Thai basil, right? We got the Shaoxing wine, a little sweet, fresh garlic and ginger, right? So you don't want to overcook the shrimp, right? That's our intention, right? Now we'll add a little bit of white pepper. A dash. Okay, so it's a little water in now, so we'll add a little bit of the oyster sauce. You can add a little bit at a time. But whenever you add the whenever you add the slurry sauce, you always have to cook it. If you just add the slurry sauce in and then you serve it, it's going to be pasty, and you don't want pasty. So I added just enough color. You got the beautiful orange of the shrimp, and you got the green of the Thai basil. That's beautiful, right? So you cook it. 15% is done. It looks delicious. All right, now let me just shut everything off. All right. Here you go. Thai basil shrimp. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful, right? Piping hot. Now, we'll just add a scoop of rice, jasmine rice, which has already been cooked We'll add a spoonful to the side. There you go. Right? Now, the best part is trying. Okay, so look at a beautiful glaze if you can. Let me show you. I can get it all. Yeah. It's beautiful, eh? So delicious. This is Chef Wu's best part of the whole video. Right, so I'll grab a little piece of the Thai basil with a little piece of shrimp. Right? That shrimp is so tender. You'll appreciate the shrimp. No more overcooked shrimp. A little jasmine rice and a little sauce. Gotta get that sauce. Wonderful. Remember, salty with sweet. Spicy with sweet. Remember, all protein. Cook it 85 to 90% done. That extra 10 to 15% will be used, put back into the sauce to heat up and mix together. So you won't get overcooked shrimp, beef, pork, squid. All right, so just keep that in mind. That's Chef Wu. I know I'm usually try to keep the time, but I wanted to let you know because an educated beginner Asian cook can appreciate all the information I gave. Remember, Chef Wu can, you can too, and I just want to show you something else. And I can't help but promote my first cookbook, the You Can Do It Asian Cookbook. And in the book are 25 easy recipes of my own doing. I'm not copying anybody and just changing one ingredient or two. And basically, I answer the why. Because when you go to Barnes & Noble and you look at the cookbook, you have so many questions. And they say, buy this. Why? They don't tell you why. They say, cook it now. They don't tell you why. I try to explain the steps that are important for you to know because knowing makes it easier for you to cook. All right? So, Chef Wu Can, the cookbook is the You Can Do It Asian Cookbook, and you can find this on Amazon, and you search Chef Wu Can under the Amazon book section or the You Can Do It Asian Cookbook. All right, and basically I write the way I speak. So if you feel comfortable with how I approach my videos, the book will make it even better. All right, so it's easy reading, large text. You don't need a microscope or a magnifying glass. It's just very easy. It's fun, and I provide the sites where you can buy the ingredients. All right, and some of them will deliver to you for free. So you don't have to go crazy trying to find all these different ingredients. But let me just remind you. Lee Gum Gay, LKK, oyster sauce, dark soy sauce, hoisin sauce, Three Crabs brand fish sauce, Shaoxing wine, right? Stevia monk fruit in the bakery section, white pepper, and of course, olive oil. You'll feel much better. You'll eat healthier. All right? So, as Chef Wu always signs off, aloha from the great state of Maryland. And enjoy the rest of the summer. All right? If you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to help you out in any way. If this went on 29 minutes, sorry about that, but my next video will not include all this because you will have seen this and you'll know. So when you approach the next video, you'll know in the back of your head what I've said. All right? Thank you. Aloha. Bye-bye.